This is the 21st season of Bass Talk Live. BTL is presented by Bass Cat Boats, Strike King Lures, AFTCO, Pro Guide Batteries, Spro, Gamakatsu, The Bass Tank, Denali Rods, Beatdown Outdoors, and Sunline.
BTL coming at you.
Good evening, and welcome to another edition of BTL Bass Talk Live, where we are going to talk about bass fishing. You've seen them on BTL a lot over the past several years. All things MLF, specifically invitationals and Toyota Series, right, Jody White?
That is definitely my strong suit.
Like, that's what you get paid to do, like for MLF. Like, you're a full-time employee of MLF. You get paid to cover the Toyota Series and the invitation.
Well, and sometimes BFLs and some college, but yeah, those are my bread and butter for sure.
Nice. So you're here because the Toyota Series Championship just took place on Grand Lake.
Beautiful Grove, Oklahoma.
Beautiful Grove, Oklahoma. I have horrible allergies, people, so if I like that, you might, I'm going to probably sneeze about 1 million times. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go live for about a half hour tonight. Did not intentionally do this on the top, but our good buddies.
I don't know.
Listen, how many tournaments have you fished with Big JP up there on the Thousand Islands area, like you're or around New York?
Actually,
like you
zero
jumped in
there, but a decent amount with JP.
Right. I know Travis is pissed. I've seen it like that. Smallmouth Crush live over there. Did not know they were going to go live tonight. Had this plan since yesterday. We went out. We hit 3 lakes today. We're going to do a quick Toyota Series recap, and then tomorrow full on BTL. Hellabass, Rich Lindgren. He said we got all the guys on here wanting to know what your favorite place to eat in Grove is.
It's wherever we are here. Wait, no. Yeah, it's not. It's leaving Grove and going to Matt Pangreck's house. Dude, you've been chefing it up.
Well, that's what I like to do. That's kind of like my thing.
I mean, I had no idea I was in for such a luxury experience.
It's not a luxury experience. I've done
feel like
steaks, breakfast, and chicken.
Right, and the steaks were incredible. The breakfast was incredible. The chicken was incredible. The Brussels sprouts last night were extremely good. So good we saved them.
That's kind of my jam is the Brussels sprouts. Now, there's a Buc-ee's element to those Brussels sprouts. Do you know what the Buc-ee's element is?
I mean, I got to assume it was something to do with the glaze or whatever.
Yes, that was the blueberry pecan glaze that was on the Brussels sprouts.
And that like comes in a jar?
It comes in a jar that you can buy it. It's like something farm, but it's available.
Can you glaze anything with that?
Pork chops, phenomenal. You can use it like as a jelly on like toast and things like that, but
might be a little much.
The key to the Brussels sprouts is you have to place each one. You can't just dump them onto the skillet. I was using a Blackstone. You have to put them face down, and then you actually have to kind of
turn them individually.
It's very tedious, but that's kind of what gets it crispy. So,
well, you did a good job.
Thank you.
I mean, Grove is fine, but if given the choice, I think I'm just driving to your house.
Yeah,
I think it's worth it.
I enjoy cooking. That's how I got Courtney to marry me a couple weeks ago. It's clearly not for my skill. It's for my cooking ability.
I respect your decision on that front. I mean,
the crazy thing is in the opens, I do not cook. Rarely cook on the road. Which Hallman and I went in a room together. We cooked all the time. But Blake Schroeder, who I had on the show, what is today? Monday.
Yeah, Monday.
I had him on the show Wednesday.
Yep.
Before the Toyota Series that you covered on Grain, which we're going to go over. Roger Fitzpatrick, the closest Toyota Series championship in history.
Yeah.
Tied the capital THE Drew Gill. And had a larger satchel, on day 2, which carried him to an extra $250,000.
It's by day 2 place. And so Roger was in second and Drew was in, I'm not sure.
Really?
Day 2. Yeah.
So it had nothing to do with the size of their bags.
Well, right.
Or now, that's a tiebreaker further down the line.
That's the second tiebreaker, which Roger had that too. Roger basically, Drew fished an awesome tournament.
Yeah.
But Roger essentially had like every tiebreaker when I looked at it. If you went down the list, it was, he had the edge.
Yeah.
I think. But
yeah, no. So you decided to come down for a couple extra days. I said, hey, I'll put you on a 30-pound bag of largemouth. We'll have a great time. It'll be every cast. And the same thing happened this year to you that happened when I had Matt Steffen come for the Master Angler Awards last year, which is we hit the late fall turnover combined with the first major cold front of the year, followed by
this morning, right?
followed by the coldest bluebird day of the year.
Yeah,
with zero wind.
I mean, I'm not some kind of super expert bass fisherman, but I would not say today was like a good day to go fishing, all things considered. And our results on the bass side of things kind of back that up.
Yeah. We fished 3 different ponds today. We went to 2 different lakes, 2 high percentage lakes, I would say, for bass.
Places that are good.
Very good places.
I'm told.
We captured 2 keeper largemouth in the first location in 4 hours. Then
you don't have to give the numbers.
Oh, no, I'm giving the numbers. I keep it real on here. Then we went to the second location and captured 2 more keeper largemouth. One was a 3 1/4, one was a 2 3/4. And we were there, an hour and a half. And I said, screw this. You want to go crappie fishing? And I don't know if you knew what you were in for when it came to crappie fishing.
I'm going to be honest. I didn't feel like I had a choice because, I wasn't catching any bass. So we might as well catch something. And you've been talking up the crappie, and this long rod thing is I saw the equipment last night. I'm like, there's no way you catch fish with this. This is crazy. So I had to see it, and obviously it was a sight to behold. That was some very cool stuff.
We ended up catching probably 20 crappie.
I'd say so.
The way you do it, you kind of alternate it. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah,
boom,
you
boom.
take 2 minutes to catch one. I take 15 minutes to catch one, and we go back and forth.
Yeah. I would like to point out, so we didn't record it today. But I wonder if I can share this. I'm going to try to share this screen.
Sure. Well,
entire screen? Yeah. Let's share the system audio. Share. This is the start right here, folks, of what you're seeing. And I haven't edited anything in 3 years. I forgot how much time it takes to edit stuff.
It's a cold start here. Well, we're doing it, folks. I've talked about it for a couple years.
This is the start of Crappie Talk Live. So this will drop Tuesday evening.
Live.
Just a little preview. A little 45-second preview.
I can't even see what I'm looking at.
You cannot, but they can.
No, I can't. I'll pull up YouTube. Let me know if your internet crashes.
I'm not claiming to be an expert in crappie, but for the last
look
5
at those
years,
trees.
I have gotten into chasing these giant crappie. One of the big reasons who you'll get to know in this series, Zeke Anderson.
What's going on, folks?
Here's what we're looking for in
it goes
series.
through.
Bottom of a tree.
I got
right
10
there.
minutes in on it.
Looks warm in this.
We do it. It was 80 degrees. Look, we're doing. We got the scope on it. You get to different parts where we're teaching. Listen,
it just helps your
this
jig
is
get down
the
there that much
maximum of
faster.
my. This is about the maximum of my editing capabilities. You're about to hit a circle. Boom! Look at that.
Or whatever forward-facing sonar
You
you're
got a
using,
little
having
arrow.
2 reference points.
This footage
see on the
looks
screen.
like
They're
circles.
Anyway,
it looks like footage you'd see in a commercial. Like the recordings.
But would you not agree, based on what you saw today, which they'll get to see very similar things? We did not record today. It looks like demo mode on Garmin.
Yeah, because you have it so zoomed in. Right?
I filmed it all.
You're not looking at it at 100 feet, 110 feet, where it's like, hey, that's a blip, and I think it's a bass, and I'm gonna hit him. It's it's so close. You're playing a little sandbox with the fish together. It's very cool.
Yeah. So Zeke will be in. We'll get everybody dialed in on that. That's kind of like the little side project that we're doing. But I wanted to take advantage of the fact that you're in town for a couple days. Let's do a quick Toyota Series Championship recap on Grand Lake. And I had Blake Schroeder and the Todd Castledine on prior to the event, and I asked them 60 to win, and they were like, no, but they thought low 50s, mid 50s, something like that, probably to win. When it came down to it, Roger Fitzpatrick 14-8, 15-2, and 11-7. $200,250, and all it took was a 3-day total of 41 pounds, 1 ounce.
Yeah, which also is the 3-day total of second place.
Yes.
And actually, literally the entire top 7 had between 40 pounds and 41 pounds, 1 ounce. So, like, it was one of the really wildest weigh-ins that I've ever been a part of, because every guy were like, well, I know what they had on the scale, but is that going to be what they actually weigh? And did they catch one late? There were a number of guys who we had just nothing on, or totals that were so low that I was like, surely
The
that
top
can't be what
6
it
all
is.
within a pound.
Yeah. And like Bohannon's scale hadn't been working all day. I'm like, maybe he caught one at the end of the day. It was a really
Whose scale hadn't been working?
Bohannon. Like, so the guys all got Bubba scales to
Oh,
like feed into the leaderboard on the last day. And we had that pretty dialed on the invitationals this year. It was a little less dialed on
I got
Grand. And the fishing was so bad or so tough that like there was some guys that legitimately didn't have very much. And I was like, didn't think that that was true, because I thought, oh, surely day 3, everyone will have 12 pounds. But
yeah,
that was not the case.
I mean, I would definitely say, and he fished. I would say a regional legend.
Yeah,
Wins this.
dude,
Roger Fitzpatrick. I mean, the dude has he's up. I mean, you can say him in the same sentence as Dickie Newberry, right?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I think they're very comparable.
That's kind
sort
of what I was thinking. He's like the
historical anglers.
Dickie Newberry of the Ozarks.
Yeah. You know, Roger and then his team partner Dennis Bearhorst, like both of those guys have won a million tournaments in the region.
Let's just say this: he has fished 9 All-Americans.
Yeah.
Like that has to be the record for the most All-Americans, doesn't it?
I think it is. He still hasn't won one, which we need him to do.
This is the wildest thing. If you look at his All-Americans, he has a 3rd, a 6th, a 4th, a 6th, and a 7th.
Yeah.
That's a lot of top 10s in the All-Americans.
Oh, I mean, it's more than most people ever get in their, ever.
He has 5 All-American top 10s.
Yeah.
And now a Toyota Series championship.
Well, he's fished like 240 something events with us.
Yep.
Going into the tournament, I think Sean Goodwin had fished like 50 tournaments.
I've had him on the show a bunch. He's an Oklahoma guy.
He'd fished like 50 with us on Grand Lake. Roger had fished like 31 or something like that.
He has, going into this past week, 12 BFL wins.
Yeah, it might even be 13.
I just counted 12. This was his first
12.
win with FLW/MLF, not
above
a BFL.
the BFL level. Now, I will say the sneaky thing about those BFL wins, though. I think he's won like 3 regionals. 1, 2, at least 2. He won a Grand Lake Regional 2019,
60
and then Table Rock too,
and then 60 grand there.
Yeah, so like he shows up big. He shows up big in this part of the country. He has been really close to winning some Toyota Series events on Lake of the Ozarks, and he's had some bad luck. Honestly,
68 top 10s.
The guy is good.
He's
really good.
Not a scoper, or he can.
It was weird. Like, I think that he could. I'm not saying he's going to run around at the pace that, Drew or Tucker Smith would or something like that.
He's not a scope hater, though.
He told me he didn't love the rules. And the other day while we were shooting day 5, because he just likes looking at stuff with it. He caught fish in a tournament on like a piece of dock that was off of a regular piece of dock. And he said, I found it on scope and I'd roll the spinnerbait over it on scope every day. So like he uses it to enhance his fishing, right? Like he can fish deep, he can fish brush piles and stuff like that. That's a big Lake of the Ozarks thing. Is he probably as dialed on it as someone who's, in their 20s or 30s would be? Maybe not, but
doesn't sound like he has to be.
I mean, he's getting it done any number of other ways.
I mean, I'm looking at these top 10s, 2025, 2025, 2025, 2025, 2025, 24, 24, 23, 23, 23, 21, 21, 21. I mean,
He's hanging tough.
And you're talking Grand, Lake of the Ozarks, and Table Rock and Truman.
Yeah.
Like, those are scope lakes.
Yep.
Not so much Grand.
Yeah.
But.
One of the things he's obviously caught him really well lately. He retired not too long ago. And so he's actually been fishing more in probably the last 4 or 5 years, I'd say, than he was getting to fish prior to this. Like, he used to, have a job.
Mm-hmm.
And now he can be on the water 5 or 6 days a week if he wants to, which he does sometimes. And I think it's one of those scenarios where time on the water is obviously doesn't hurt.
Obviously you're not going to say, yeah, no one likes the guy, but I will say this.
Everyone
he seems fairly universally well liked and respected in the fishing industry. We actually had this conversation on the way home where it's kind of rare where you see someone win a major tournament like that and everybody goes, hell yeah, genuinely happy for the guy.
Yeah, if you look at even the Facebook comments, it's just it's not, people aren't really arguing about it. They're just like, I love this guy. He's great, well deserved. And it really was. Like, he fished a fantastic tournament.
Let's get into that. You're going to have a podcast that you're going to do, the MLF podcast. Yep. You'll probably have Mr. Fitzpatrick on that to kind of run through it. If you've been on the MLF website, you are responsible for the top 10 baits gallery. I actually finished that off on my living room couch last night,
which was a perfect location for it.
Fantastic. But this was pretty much a parallel tournament to when Blake Capps won the Bass Nation National Championship, same time of year last year on Grand. Actually fished that tournament. It was a spinnerbait deal, man.
Yeah, it was interesting. Like, I didn't. I obviously it's Grand Lake. You know that a spinnerbait is probably going to play in some form or fashion. And I mean, Roger, I think prior to the very end of practice, from everything he's told me, he was going to run down lake and pretty much fish deep docks. And then all of a sudden, kind of up near the ramp, he catches a 5 on a spinnerbait. He catches another big one on a spinnerbait. And he's throwing a 1-ounce spinnerbait.
I've got it pulled up right now.
Yeah, it's the blades on this thing. They're like the ding, the ding, the ding, the ding, the ding. Every time he casts, it's incredible. It's huge.
So does it come on that bait, or is he like buying a specific blade and then changing it out on it?
I honestly am not sure. I think that the guys at Omega probably just send him what he wants.
Yeah. No, I've got it pulled up right here and zoomed in on the and you can tell it's an Omega. It's got that kind of forward aggressive eye on it.
Because I looked on Tackle Warehouse, and granted that's not where all baits are sold, but I looked there and they only sold 1/2-ounce ones there. So I'm like, well, this is not it. But yeah, he was throwing it's a number
gizzard
7
shad imitator.
Willow. Yeah. And he would roll it pretty slowly, and he said he got almost all his bites on the bottom, which is why, he was throwing that 1-ounce bait, because it would get down really fast, even in 2 or 3 feet of water, 4 or 5 feet of water. It was a really cool way to catch him.
That's something else Christie does on Grand too. Like, even when it's really cold and he's that heavier spinnerbait, like he does with the covert, the 3/4 ounce, the 1 ounce, like that heavy spinnerbait seems to catch him out there.
Well, it definitely caught him this week. And like every day when big bites were hard to come by, he would get a big bite on that spinnerbait, or a bigger than average bite, which was key.
Did you have a chance to talk to Drew Gill? I texted with him a little bit. Well, obviously you did, since you did the top baits gallery, but
yeah.
I mean, he's going to take it fine. He's going to be okay. It's not like he's going to have
got
to
a lot of good stuff ahead of him.
Beanie weenies and chicken nuggets for the next month because he lost the tiebreaker. Yeah, he is. Hey, I don't know if you know this, but we share that in common, Jody. Thank you for mentioning that. I mention that once a week now on BTL.
I feel like I'm in a bass fishing history, like a Mecca type place, you know?
Yeah.
And it's the home of a gold medalist, which
I'll
is great.
I'll let you touch the gold medal after the show's over.
Like
but no, Drew Gill, obviously disappointed that he tied for the win. But I feel like you talk about two guys who went about it opposite ways. The Fitzpatrick and Gill approaches were not very similar.
I doubt that Drew Gill caught a fish on a bait caster. He probably did make a sketchy cast or two, but he was pretty much spinning rod, worm a lot of the time, an undisclosed dice bait a lot of the time.
Yeah.
He said in those words. He, caught him doing what he does best, right? Like little isolated things, floating stuff, fish swimming around on the bank. And, he usually either
vintage Drew Gill performance. We actually saw him make a comeback when it was really stingy on Lake of the Ozarks earlier this year. Like he caught like one fish and then came back and ended up catching him on a crappie minnow.
Yep.
Or a crappie jig.
Yeah.
And then we'll go down to third. This is one of the wildest things I've ever seen or heard of. Is it true that MLF officials had to go knock on Tucker Smith's door to wake him up on the final day of the Toyota Series Championship after he had slept in for an hour?
I mean, I love Tucker. I'm pretty sure it's true.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, from what I understand, he got up to go to the bathroom and then just went back to bed. And
on the final day, within 2 pounds of the lead.
He told me his phone fell through a crack or under the bed or something, and alarm didn't go off or whatever, and he just missed takeoff.
And then the next hour.
Yeah.
And a half.
And I was like, oh no, there goes. I was like finishing editing photos, and I was like, oh, there goes Tucker. And it was a very close tournament. I think if you had given Tucker a full day to fish, maybe
who knows?
Maybe he gets up to like $7 million in 1 year.
It was interesting.
Whatever it was.
I was talking with Drew, and he's like, he thought maybe would have been a different derby.
I mean, Tucker was catching him in the morning. A lot of guys were catching him in the morning. Like the morning bite was kind of good.
That's not in the story. I don't know if that was supposed to be made public, but it happened.
Well, it did, and
I'll get Tucker on to talk about it. I like Tucker. I've had Tucker on before. I'm sure I'd like to hear that from Tucker's own words.
I think that would be good. And honestly, he probably could talk a lot about the tournament too, because he was. I don't know Grand Lake super well, but the way he was catching them was not what I would figure would be the thing on Grand Lake. Like what Drew did, I totally expected based on what I know about 2025. What Roger did, it's something that would have worked 20 years ago. It works now. Tucker was he had some cool stuff going on.
Yeah. There was some other old
he's
schools.
So good at thinking about fishing. He's just, oh man, the kid is good.
We're going to talk about that. I haven't told you this. So tomorrow's BTL.
Yeah, I've heard.
You literally get to spend a lot of time in the boat. You're friends with, personal friends with, professional friends with some of the youngest, greatest minds in the game.
Yeah.
I kind of want to dive into, you tell me, not individual stories about each of the guys, but the mindset of this new generation.
Well, I will try, but
I'm going to prep you for that now. I feel like that's a great topic for a show.
I think it is.
And there's no one better than you to talk about it because, like I said, I see who texts you and calls you, and it's like these guys that are. You were talking what did Banks have? And he top 10 this one again. What was his season?
Oh, yeah, Banks had 15 top 10s this year, which is an MLF record, by the way. Banks Shaw, for anyone who's not just on first 10. Name basis with Banks.
He finished in eighth. Says here that he was fishing wood, rock, and docks near takeoff.
Yep. That is true.
Yeah. I see some old school stuff on here, a little bit of a chatterbait. I see one Alabama rig or umbrella rig on there. Minnows for probably over half of the top 10. And then one guy old school, near and dear to my heart. Black looks like a crocagator. Black crocagator and green pumpkin jig.
Yeah.
I like that guy. Who was that?
Adam Bowl.
Adam Bowl.
Or maybe Bowley, but I think Bowl.
Yep. He said it was really just junk fishing. I'd fish docks between a foot of water and 10 feet, mostly based on the shade.
Yeah.
And the
It was-
crocagator is a Ozark
very
legend.
Ozark. Yeah.
The only problem with that bait is that they eat it too good sometimes, and then the blade acts as a weed guard for the hook.
I was going to say that the problem is crocagator is really annoying to spell out every time in top 10 baits articles.
Oh, croc dash o dash gator.
It's just a lot there. One word would be really sick.
Yep.
It
mix of old school and kids.
Yeah. And if you looked at the field, like that's what it was. There was a ton of youth in it, right? You know, the Nutt brothers were in it, Drew was in it, Tucker was in it, Hayden Marvitt was in it, right? Like there were a ton of young guys. But you know, Andy Newcomb was in it, Roger Fitzpatrick was in it, Blake Capps was in it. Blake Capps isn't that old necessarily, but
did he check?
I don't think so. I think he had a terrible day one.
Well, he had a good day one last year.
Yeah, well, stand by. We can find out. Oh, wait, that's the co-angler results. Blake Capps finished 111th. He caught 3 on day one. He caught 10 pounds on day 2.
Wow. And it was one on a spinnerbait.
It was one on a
in the
spinnerbait.
Same general neck of the woods.
Yeah. Jeremy Lawyer was in the tournament. He had a really rough tournament. And he broke down on day 2. And Lawyer has won FLW Tour events on Grand Lake with a spinnerbait. Well, he's won 1. It was a field that had a little bit of everything and a high level of everything.
Speaking of which, it's been a hot minute since we highlighted a co-angler effort.
We should talk about this.
Yeah, we'll talk about this, and then I have a request from all of our listeners and viewers. At the end, we're gonna go flood Smallmouth Crush's feed after this.
All right, sounds like a plan.
But you have to say it in the comments, so Travis isn't pissed at me anymore for going live on top of him tonight. If you're
he'll come around.
I know he always will. But I pulled the picture up. I've got it right here. It's a picture that you took, and you're sitting next to me, across from me, right here, talking about.
Oh, I love this picture. This is like my photo of the tournament for me.
It doesn't get any better than this. Tell me about this photo right here.
All right, so Giovanni, I think Ceccarelli, but maybe we need to consult Uncle Frank. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. He's Italian, right?
Just because he's Italian,
he might know how to say Italian names.
Cicerelli.
Cicerelli. All right.
There was a hockey player named Dino Cicerelli, but it was spelled differently, I believe.
Well, anyway, Giovanni speaks very good English.
Frankie's honestly on here.
He speaks good English. On stage, he was super nervous. And so I think it was a little iffy. But like when I talked with him for the interview afterwards, it was really solid. And he caught 5 on day 1, 5 on day 2, 4 on day 3. Won the tournament on the co-angler side.
Won how much? 20 grand or whatever it is?
No, he won a Phoenix.
He won a damn boat?
Yeah.
Oh, he won a $35,000 boat.
Yeah, he won a Phoenix. Now, how he's going to get... I don't think Phoenix has dealerships in Italy. I don't really know how this is going to work. But he won a boat. And he currently, I guess, has a John boat in Italy, and he's an electrician. And, I mean, dude, it was crazy, honestly. He's the first time. We've had plenty of guys who qualified via MLF's international routes, do well in the tournament. Guys from Canada have made a couple top 10s. I know Evan Kung made a top 10 at Table Rock a couple years ago. But this is the first time we've had someone from an international division win, part of the tournament.
Yeah.
And he won on the co-angler side.
The first time he had ever been to the U.S.
Yeah, his first time.
This was my first time to come to the U.S.
Yep. And at Grand Lake is amazing, which I don't know that is a very
Grand Lake is amazing. I felt like there was a huge population of bass.
I'm not sure that is a widely shared opinion, but
not right now. Grand Lake is. I'll tell you what Grand Lake is. Grand Lake is bipolar.
I mean, dude, day 5 was pretty good.
Yeah, Grand Lake is like a bad relationship for the last 6 or 7 years, is what it's been. It's like honestly, like, you can have good days, you can have bad days there. It's
Yep.
it's amazing how inconsistent Grand has become when it used to be the most consistent non-grass lake in the country. I think
Yeah.
Kevin called it the best non-grass lake in the country.
Yeah, I mean, it probably used to be. Now, if there's a challenger, Lake of the Ozarks is really good, and then there's probably some Texas places that don't
Mhm.
have grass that are really good too. But it's
Rich says bass fishing must really suck where he lives. For him to say. It's
I
close.
mean, I don't really know what lakes he's fishing on.
I feel like there's a huge population of bass. I mean, there is a
there are
there
a
is
lot
a
of bass
huge
there.
population of bass in Grand. It's not like he said, I feel like there is a huge population of 3-pounders.
Yeah,
If you want to go catch 150, Grand Lake is a great place to do it right
a lot
now.
of them will be this long though.
You would have a tough time catching 514s.
I watched so many co-anglers with like a drop shot or a wacky rig, and like they'd be, the boater would be like puttering along, flipping a jig or
Mhm.
whatever, and the co would just be roping in like fish like this long
Over
left and
and
right. And I'm like, there's obviously a lot of fish here, but they're not all big.
Yeah. What else surprised you about this tournament?
I mean, the weight surprised me. Like, I didn't think it was going to be amazing, but I didn't think it was going to be that tough, that tight. Otherwise, I was a little surprised, honestly, that, Drew or Tucker or Banks, like, didn't win. Like, I kind of thought there was a good chance that a scope guy would win it because it just seemed like such a good field.
Yeah. I mean, Emil Wagner, 49th.
Yeah. Chad Mrazek, Brody Campbell's in it. Like, I thought that there was a really good chance that one of the young guys would pull it out.
Carter Knott.
Dylan Nutt. Yeah, the whole crew was there.
And then the locals, like, I mean, TJ Martin doesn't rarely misses on Grand. I mean, he made it there 19th.
Yeah, that actually might be a surprise for me was, obviously Rogers fished there a lot. And so is Adam Bowl. But they're, really the Ozark guys did better than, like, Oklahoma guys. Eli Brumnett, he finished 10th, had a great tournament. But I was really kind of thinking that, like, we'd see Blake Capps in this top 10 duking it out.
But no, it was
But
good.
you can't win them all.
23.15. It took right at 12 pounds a day to cash a check out of it, and there were only 71 guys who averaged 10 pounds a day.
Yeah.
That's 5 2-pounders a day.
And I mean, I'm sure there's some guys who dumped fish. You know what I mean? Bless you,
I'm dying over here.
dude.
My allergies
based
are.
on
We're
the-
about to wrap
Based
things
on the
up.
car ride, I believe it.
Yeah, it's amazing that I've done this well
You're killing the game.
through the show.
You're just a true podcasting professional. Like you.
I try to.
You just raise your game for these big moments.
Yeah. Anything else on the Toyota series before we wrap things up?
I think we can let you wrap it up because you're dying over there, and we can always talk about this later.
Well, I mean, we're doing a show talking about it. We don't have to.
Yeah,
But-
I'm good on it. I think that Banks Shaw having the top 10 record for the year is
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah.
Hayden O'Barr made another top 10. He's come on really, really strong this year. He's fishing the pro circuit next year. I think as far as emerging names to watch, Hayden's one who we should keep our eye on for the future. He almost had an insane year and really ended up with a very, very good year. And Justin Lukemeyer in 9th, he ran one of the more diverse patterns, so to speak. Like he had some offshore kind of scopy fish. He had some schooling fish. He had some dock fish. And he also had a really good season up in the Plains Division, which is mostly back home on Lake of the Ozarks.
Mhm.
But he really caught him really good. He also used to have incredible hair. I don't know if you looked at any of his college photos,
No.
but he was something special back in the day.
I'm trying to pull them up here to see if I can.
If you can scroll through, you'll find some actually
Oh
from
my
Grand
God.
Lake. I know, right? Is this not amazing?
Yeah. Yeah, no, that I was thinking like wild hair, but that's like
It's like model level stuff,
yeah,
right?
look at that. The
Yeah.
locks. Like we're talking shoulder length.
Yeah. He said he cut it because it would tangle when he was running in the boat.
Yeah, that's fair.
Which is true. I mean, I've had like sort of longish hair at times, and that happens.
All right, we're gonna wrap things up for the night. We've had a long day. We fished 3 lakes, didn't catch crap until we got to the crappie lake, and then we smashed them. Oh, we're also gonna talk about this tomorrow. I was cleaning out my like just
Something.
it's like I have like a file folder of just old stuff. I think we all have that at some point when you've been around long enough. And this, I found a June 2007 Bass West USA magazine. Bass West USA used to
That'll be a good flip.
dude. I could not wait to Bass West USA. It was like, if you see like back there, like that's my first published article was Kill Switch Engaged, about the inventor of the kill switch that was in Bass West USA.
All right.
I couldn't believe they sent me a damn check. I wrote the article. It was big league.
Nice.
But in this article written by Dan O'Sullivan is Mark Jeffries,
Wow.
the Bass Zone.
In the Bass Zone.
And I kind of want to dive into this. It's hilarious at the time. It says Jeffries is a 44-year-old founder. At the time, he was 44, which I'm 41 now, so I'm approaching that age.
All right.
And along with his friends Drew Smith, Brent Conway, and University of Oklahoma communications intern Matt Pengrak spend hours serving the fishing fans.
Hours.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
We'll kind of dive into this article. I was going to get Mark on, but he's got a big bowling thing going on. All right, here's what I want everybody to do. We're going to wrap up this. I want everybody to go over to Smallmouth Crush and tell Travis that you're watching because BTL. The BTL wrapped up early, and we're sending all the listeners over to Smallmouth Crush. Make sure you let them know, hey, I'm here because of BTL. They sent us over here.
I mean, that's key.
Very key.
Like, very key.
Like, massively key.
Kind of goal of the day. Number one thing.
Smallmouth
right?
Crush. Head over there.
Be there.
Head over there. Tell Epic Eric.
Do you think they're still going?
100% they're still going.
They were having some technical difficulties earlier.
They got it dialed in. They're doing it.
Going.
But we need everyone to go spam the comments. Let them know. If you've made a comment here, go over there and say, hey, we're here because of BTL.
It'll take 5 minutes, less maybe.
Yes.
And you might even stick around and something crazy could happen.
Yeah. I don't know. He seemed pretty upset that we were going on over him. I didn't mean to. They haven't been consistent the last couple weeks.
Hey,
it never even crossed my mind.
I booked this.
I had this thing scheduled way in advance.
They should have just gone earlier and beat us to it.
It is what it is. But anyway, excited for it. Tomorrow's supposed to blow 30. We're going to go fish somewhere.
Yeah, it'll be awesome, I'm sure.
Yeah, and then tomorrow night, I got to finish up that video because that's going to drop for CTL.
All right, you better get editing.
We'll talk to everybody tomorrow. Stay tuned. It's either going to be early morning or again in the evening. We'll probably do it early morning because then we'll drop the CTL.
I like the morning.
So, all right, this has been another edition of BTL Bass Talk Live. We'll talk to you. See ya.